This is the mindset that the women out there should have. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, if they were dating, if the women were dating with this as their goal, things would be a lot different than they used to. So let's hear what she has to say. If I rewind it to the beginning, that'll help.
I already know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. Bring it on. Women, we make men difficult. They're actually very easy. I'm going to give y'all a little example, okay? It's going to be 105 degrees in Texas. If I had a blue-collar husband who was getting up and going out and providing for my family, our family, I would be up with him, making him a breakfast, packing him a lunch, make sure he's hydrated, has water, coffee out the door, a little loving, and I would even do something so small like to write a little note or to put a frozen Gatorade in his lunchbox because it's going to be 105 here today in Texas. Some of you dusty women just take and complain. And all it takes is some sort of simple effort, a hug and a kiss when they get in the door.
Yeah.
Maybe a text and I love you. I was just thinking of you. I hope you're having a good day. And I get it. Women, we are emotional. As a woman of almost 38 years, I get it. I understand, like, we have needs, we have things too, but I feel like part of this goes back to not being rooted in Christ. We are to love like Jesus and swallow your pride and ego. And even if you don't feel like he is doing those things for you that fulfill you and your needs, be the bigger person, swallow the pride and ego and say, you know what, let me save this relationship and let me go out of my way to show him how much I appreciate him and how much he is loved. And I guarantee you, it'll change. And as always, let me know below if you agree with me, and also let me know below if you don't. Let's talk about it.
And now, notice, she said,
I already know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. Bring it on.
She said, if I had a blue-collar husband, I don't know why it won't be difficult. Go away. Ah. But yeah, so sorry about that pause, lady. That was actually very good what she said. She doesn't even have a husband. And I'm just going to venture a guess that she was taught all the feminism and stuff in her youth. And she's probably, like me, realized, oh, wait a second, that was all lies. And realized who men really are and that they're pretty wonderful and that it's us that are not doing our part. So my whole point is, if ladies were dating with the mindset like that young lady, you wouldn't be having to give men dating advice. For the most part, they don't need it. They don't need it. And we're going to take a gander at the author, or not the author, but the dating coach and some of the other things that she has to say. But let's finish this silliness first. There's no better time for single men to put themselves out there than over the summer. The weather is nice, people are out and about, and everyone is just looking for an excuse to do something. Single men can be that excuse. Isn't that what you want, guys? Don't you want to be a woman's excuse to do something? This is code for, we want to go out and do something and we'd like a man to pay for it and admire us. We're out there, we're dressed cute. We want you to pay for our, dinners and experiences and vacations, etc., and make us feel pretty. Men can be that excuse. Doesn't that make you just want to jump right in? Stay away from this plantation. They're trying to lead you back. Anderson says that her reasoning is backed by study and vibes. That sounds scientific. Quote, More events equals more dates. Rooftops, beaches, festivals. Summer is built for low pressure, spontaneous fun, she said. A lot of the men that don't want to date don't want to date because they're looking for wives and mothers. Whereas women are out there dating for fun. I'm sure it's fun when you get everything paid for you and you don't have to be expected to do anything. It's never, nothing's ever going to be your fault. You sit there like a princess. So the majority of men are not like, especially like if they're not in their younger 20s or whatever, and some of them are too, they're looking for something a little more serious. When they're taking you out and buying you dinners and stuff like that, it's not for the heck of it, right? Men think in a way like, I'm making an investment. And as long as it's not some PUA, pump and dump type of a guy, what is he investing in? What is he looking for? Men actually want families. They do. And they don't want to be with somebody that's the town bicycle. Everybody's had a ride. They don't want that.